Karina with Southern Oklahoma Realty, your Southern Oklahoma real estate agent. To hear more about Ardmore and Southern Oklahoma and the surrounding areas, be sure to like and subscribe. A few fun facts about Ardmore, Oklahoma and the surrounding areas. Oklahoma actually is in the top 10 ranking states of people migrating or moving in to the state. So it is a growing state. While about 117,000 people moved into the state, 85,000 people moved out. So we're still growing. It's not like in a huge influx, but it is still a growing state. It's more coming in than leaving. A lot of those people are from Texas. People come to Oklahoma for jobs, farming. Farming is a huge thing in this area, especially. There's lots of, there's Ardmore, which is the city, and then the surrounding towns, and there's tons of like cattle and farming out here. Actually, I happen to live on a little farm myself with sheep, and that's a big thing. Ag class is a huge thing in the schools, the agriculture out here. So whereas when I moved from Texas, we didn't have like a huge, that was an elective. It wasn't something that was just naturally taught in every class. Here in a lot of the schools, it's actually one of the classes that your kids will just go to naturally. On the topic of schools, there are several different schools, as I mentioned in the last video. The top ranking school in this area is Plainview, and that follows all the way through elementary to high school. That is kind of closer to the Lone Grove area, but all of it's about 10 minutes driving. If you're in Ardmore, all the surrounding towns are between 10 to about 20 minutes max to get to. So it's not a huge area, but it's populated well to where you have everything you need. It gives you that small town feel, but still with a bigger city atmosphere, I guess. Bigger city options. While Plainview is higher on like academics and just a better overall school experience, a lot of the other schools around here are kind of more on the medium ranking scale of education as well as just like the environment. However, my kids do go to the Springer School and I've not had any problems with them there. I have one daughter who's homeschooled, and there's a lot of homeschool in this area. The good thing about the homeschool is the public schools will work with homeschool. So if your child, like as far as like driver's ed, they will allow your homeschooled children to do driver's ed with them. You get put on a list. Most of the schools work really well with things like that. Letting them be involved in sports and activities. I have one child, my oldest child is homeschooled because she's able to do it on her own. And then my two boys, they go to Springer. And like I said, it's been a really good school for them. They have sports, they're in the sports. It's just been an overall really good experience for them. And it works for them in this time of their lives. So those are the options that you have with schooling in this area. The average age of your Ardmorites and the people in the surrounding towns is 37.4. So it's not a retirement community. You're not gonna come here and retire, but this is a good working place where you can find a job, have a family. There's things to do. There's a golf course here and bowling alley. There's a clubhouse where it's really family oriented. They have like zip lining, bumper cars. There's a big arcade in there. And so that's a really good place to go. I might highlight some of these places in future videos. We're close to casinos. One of the biggest casinos in the United States is just 45 minutes from us in Thackerville. So we're 30 minutes from the Texas border, which would be why probably there's a lot more Texans coming on across than anybody else. So those are some activities that you can do while you're here that I didn't mention in the last video that are not just water. When it comes to restaurants, we have a really good variety. Like I said, you've got that small town feel, but with all the things that a city has. We have sushi, we have Chinese, we have Mexican food, we have just a regular American options, we have Italian. We have a lot of the chain restaurants, we have Chick-fil-A, we have all the ones that are just kind of everywhere. Along with some new ones dotted in here and there. We were getting an Old Navy. That's not food, but what I'm saying is it is a growing area for sure. A census was taken like a year or so ago, and it said that 37% of the people that actually work in Ardmore, maybe live in Ardmore. There really truly is a lot of people living on the outskirts of Ardmore, and that's what makes up a lot of the working population of Ardmore. So I'll have to highlight those little areas as we go and show you the homes and stuff, because that's kind of where a lot of the nicer neighborhoods are. We do have a very good historical district in Ardmore with some really nice houses, tons of character, great places to live. The traffic in Ardmore is actually very, it runs smooth. There's nothing too crazy. The roads are pretty clear. It's not going to be that bumper to bumper thing. Unless you get stopped by a train, you're probably not going to have a really big delay on your way to work. Most commutes for people are between 5 minutes to 20 minutes, depending on if they live in the city or if they live on the outskirts. And as I've said multiple times, I live in Springer. Springer's probably one of the furthest little towns from Ardmore, and it's like about an 18-minute commute every single day. And it's not like one of those, well, it depends on the traffic, because truly the traffic's usually always going to be really the same, pretty steady, pretty clear roads, nothing crazy to worry about like that. So you don't have to worry about getting stopped up in traffic. You can do all the little last minute runs and you're not going to be late for work. Now, as far as homes go, so one of the most, and this is just in my experience, what I've seen so far, one of the most expensive homes was about $4 million. And some of the cheaper homes are gonna, you can buy a place for like 20 to 30,000. Those are gonna be the major fixer-uppers, gutters, all that kind of thing. If you want, a nice average home is gonna be around 140 to 150, 60. So that's very, very good living, because most places nowadays you can't get anything decent without spending close to $200,000. That's kind of what you're looking at as the median home around here. But we do have everything from that price all the way up to millions. Property taxes in Oklahoma on average is going to be effectively 0.85%. So you're looking at relatively low property taxes. When it comes to work and bigger distributions, we have Dollar General is one of the big ones in this area. On the outskirts of Ardmore, Best Buy right in Ardmore on the side there. Mercy Hospital is one of the big places to work around here that brings people in. Dot Foods and Valero Plant. Thank you for watching, and once again, I'm Karina. If you're looking for a home or wanting to list, contact me at KarinaBethSellingIt@gmail.com. I will leave my contact information below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.